New Kamen Rider time. Oh my goodness. We got ourselves the official reveal of the new Kamen Rider that is coming after Kamen Rider Gabu. Kamen Rider Zeztz right here. Wow, what a cool looking. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There's some controversy already, of course. At least more in the English speaking fandom, I should say. But we'll touch on it later on in the video. But the main focus here is that we're getting a new rider. All right, we're getting a new rider. That's always exciting. Here on the Twitter account, HKR20 official, they say, "Awaken, the Kamen Rider of a new era, an agent infiltrating dreams. Kamen Rider Zeztz, a revolutionary transformation belt shining on the chest." Shocking teaser visual revealed. Starts September 2025. TVSI Network every Sunday, 9 to 9:30 a.m. Yes, so yeah, it's coming in Japan in September. So that is exciting. There are two different posters though. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there are two different posters. One posted by, all the Japanese Twitter accounts. But there's also, if you didn't know, there is a Kamen Rider global account, Kamen Rider _EN account that came out some time ago, maybe a couple months ago now. And it's basically just to kind of globalize Kamen Rider and things like that. They haven't really announced anything other than, I think, like a cafe in like Hong Kong or something. I don't remember exactly. All the American fans are like, when are you coming to America? Y'all, hey, listen, Americans, y'all, I'm telling y'all are not the only country in the world. Come on, guys. As an American to Americans, y'all are not the only country in the world. So be patient. There are other countries in the world that are much closer to Japan that they want to get to first. But, hey, US is getting something actually. According to the Kamen Rider Global Twitter account, a new rider awakens. Kamen Rider Zeztz premiering September 2025 in Japan. Broadcast and streaming are scheduled to air in US, Canada, Hong Kong, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, and the MENA region. I actually don't know what that is. I am bad at geography. Let's take a look at that actually, because I actually don't know what that is. I apologize. I actually don't know what that is. Oh, Middle East and North Africa. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Now I know. Yeah, so there you go. Bam. All those regions are getting, and like they're gonna get Kamen Rider. They're getting Kamen Rider Zeztz, which is something that people have been asking for the longest time, the longest time, and it's crazy that it's taken them like 55 years to get there. But hey, we got there eventually, guys. We did it. They released a slightly different poster. This one has the English letters mission start. The other one just had Japanese on it. Kamen Rider Zeztz right here, looking really cool. I really like the suit. Obviously, we got some Ichigo vibes, right? He's definitely like an homage to Kamen Rider Ichigo. Because it is an anniversary. Yeah, the 55th anniversary, right? That's a pretty big, kind of milestone right there. And then also, I believe it's the 40th series, technically, because Kamen Rider was like gone for like 10-ish years or something like that. I don't know. That's what people were saying, but someone correct me if I'm wrong. But and either way, it is the 55th anniversary of Kamen Rider, which is crazy to think about. Oh my gosh. And yeah, he's got a belt. He's got his belt around, like kind of wearing it like a sash. I like that. That's cool. That's actually really cool. I don't know. People were saying that like he looked naked with the, without the belt and, where the belt should be. I mean, kind of, but like it definitely gives a different feel when the belt is around, like wearing like a sash. I like it. I like that. I like the belt. We'll talk a little bit more about the belt in a second. And these little capsum things, right? That's what they're called, capsums. I guess they're like the new collectible gimmick we're going to be getting. And it looks like you're going to be putting this capsum into the belt, like right here in the middle. But again, we'll talk about that later on when we get there. But yeah, anyways, we're getting a broadcast in the US, Canada, etc. Like, that's crazy. Unfortunately, like, no Europe, right? No, I don't know. Who else is missing? A lot of places are missing. But, you know, it's really dependent on, like, who's willing to pay for this stuff, right? Like, they have to, like, work with, you know, the companies in these countries. I don't know where this show is going to be streaming. This is literally all we know. Like, they haven't said where it's going to be streaming, when it's going to be streaming. A lot of people on Twitter especially have been saying this is going to be a simulcast, simulcasted. Is that how you say it? Yeah, simulcasted. But nowhere here does it say that. So I think people are jumping the gun, and this is going to be a theme throughout this video. Is the tokusatsu community jumping the gun. It seems like people just kind of read this and got super, like, too excited and was like, oh my god, it's gonna be simulcasted. But, like, it literally doesn't. If you don't know what simulcasted means, it means, like, airing at the same time. So, like, Ultraman does that, Tsuburaya does that, and they do it right? They air the Ultraman here in Japan, but at the same time, they also put it on their YouTube, both subbed and dubbed. So, like, that's pretty good, right? So, Kamen Rider needs to do that. So, I don't know. I don't know if Kamen Rider is going to be doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do that. If it was, like, the week after or something that they aired, the episodes or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. But I feel like they would have said simulcasted if it was the case. I don't know. I really don't know, though. Maybe the intern that works on the Kamen Rider Global Twitter account forgot to put that information. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to see. More details are coming soon, like it says right on the Twitter account. So we'll just have to wait and see about that. But looks very, very interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. They also revealed an article. There's an article on the Kamen Rider official website, and let's kind of just read through it and see what's up. What's the deal with the show? A new era of Kamen Rider awakens, right? We know that. From 01 in the beginning of the From 01 in the beginning of the Reiwa era to the currently airing Gabu, the Reiwa Kamen Riders have brilliantly run through the new era. The new Kamen Rider that will follow them will start in September. The name of the new hero who will descend to save the world and humanity in 2025 is Kamen Rider Zeztz. A teaser movie was released during the broadcast of Kamen Rider Gabu on July 6th, which is when the most recent Gabu episode aired, which we're gonna talk about that teaser. And while it has already become a hot topic, that's an understatement, a new teaser visual was also revealed. That's the poster that we looked at. Although the full picture is still shrouded in mystery, what is clear is that Kamen Rider Zeztz is an agent that infiltrates people's dreams and carries out missions. What kind of agent infiltrates dreams? We are intrigued by the activities of the new Kamen Rider. So, if you look at the logo, Kamen Rider Zeztz logo, or at least, how Zeztz is spelled out in English letters, there's 3 Z's, kind of like, you're sleeping, the Z's, when people sleep, you get the Z's and everything, what I'm talking about. So that's kind of why they stylized Romaji, right? With those English letters, because it's like you look at the English, and it's Zezztz, like Zeztz, like, but that's that it kind of mirrors that this kind of motif or theme. Now, it's not really a motif, right? Like, Kamen Rider Zeztz isn't like a dream rider, but he's like the theme of the show itself is like, apparently dreams or something like that. So, pretty interesting. Interesting premise. yeah, so they talk a little about the teaser visual. He's riding the motorcycle. He's got his transformation belt that's across like his chest. And you can load the spherical items capsum that is floating around him in the teaser. What kind of transformations and battles will we see in store? And then it has also been revealed that Kamen Rider Zeztz will make his first appearance on the big screen in the film Kamen Rider Gabu Invaders of the Candy House, which will be released on Friday, July 25th. I'm very, very excited to go see that and see the debut of Kamen Rider Zeztz. This is your chance to see Kamen Rider Zetz's heroic figure early on, so be sure to catch it on the big screen at the cinema. Do I want to talk about the teaser now? I don't want to talk about the teaser just yet. We're going to save that for the last topic, but I do want to talk about the belt a little bit, because not that we know anything really about the belt other than like you wear it like a seatbelt almost, right? And we got capsums, right? That's the gimmick for this year. We're gonna put in the belt, and the belt looks really, really nice. Actually, they got very pretty lights and everything. It's very reminiscent of the Cyclone. What's it called? The Cyclone belt? No, Henshin belt. Typhoon? That's what it's called. Typhoon. Cyclone is his bike. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Ichigo's belt. It's very reminiscent of it. And it's also very reminiscent of the Century driver from Kamen Rider Revice, Kamen Rider Century, right? Very reminiscent of that. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's basically an Ichigo belt, but with a gimmick item. So, we'll have to see what that's about. The capsum, it's kind of hard to tell, but it might be. People are speculating that it's going to be like a rotating kind of picture, so it's going to kind of make almost like a story within the capsum. That's what it looks like just based on the picture, and the picture in the middle of that capsum, which is really interesting. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get the belt. Of course, I'm gonna get the belt. Toy hunts, of course. Duh. We're gonna do the toy hunt, of course. Kamen Rider Zeztz toy hunt, absolutely. Duh. Why not? But we will find out more information about this toy on the 11th. So this Friday here in Japan. So just stay tuned for another video. We will do another video just talking about what the heck is going on with that belt. Okay, is it time? Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. All right. Okay, this is the running theme of the Kamen Rider Tokusatsu Twitter community jumping the gun. The promo came out, the visual teaser. I'm not gonna play it here in the video. I will link it in the description below so that you can check it out for yourselves. They got some cool stuff in there. Like they got some interesting visuals, very interesting visuals. It doesn't say much about the story. This is just like a very first look at Kamen Rider Zeztz. This is not gonna have like any of the story in it, which I think it seemed like people were expecting. They were expecting more from this, and it's like, guys, this is just a really early preview of the new rider. So this is not gonna share. It's not gonna share a lot. Okay, so first of all, just be patient. Secondly, some of the shots, some people or a lot of people have pointed out that the shots look kind of sus. Now, the suit here, we got the suit, which looks absolutely cool. Like he looks pretty cool. He looks pretty cool. Not everyone's cup of tea, as Twitter be twittering, but I think he looks pretty cool. But some of the backgrounds, as some people have pointed out, look kind of sus. They look kind of Toei used generative AI, Gen AI, whatever you want to call it. I'm not well versed in AI, so I don't know. Apparently that's what it looks like. Again, I'm not well versed in AI. There are a lot of people saying that it is AI, but there's also a lot of people that are saying that it isn't AI. And there's also a lot of people that are saying we can't tell. Like, obviously, the discourse, the back and forth between people kind of shows like, okay, well, we actually don't really know if this is AI or not. And honestly, it is kind of hard to tell. Like, I don't know if it's AI. I should also probably explain why people have a problem with the use of AI in this teaser. AI does replace like artists' jobs typically. So, instead of, companies hiring artists to do, to make art, they just, do the AI thing, and then they don't have to pay people. And, artists kind of just lose out on having opportunities to have jobs. So that's one reason why. And another reason, there's probably plenty of other reasons that I don't know of really, but these are like the top two that I know of. So there's the job thing, and then there's also just lack of creativity, right? You see AI, especially like AI slop and stuff like that. It obviously just doesn't look as good as like if a real artist were to do it. It takes the heart and the emotion out of the art, which is what art is like. That's kind of the core of art, is the emotion and the heart behind it. I do have to say though that Toei, apparently according to sources, Toei does outsource some of these things, or like these things usually, so technically no one's really losing a job or losing out on a job opportunity really. So you can make the argument that, at least for the first point that I mentioned, you could kind of argue against that. But also, Japan's views on AI and the West's views on AI are pretty different, from what I can tell at least. Japan seems to be more okay with AI compared to like the West, but that's just to kind of keep that in mind. Again, I am not an expert on AI or issues surrounding AI or anything like that. I'm just kind of speaking from what I've seen on the internet, from whatever other people have said. It very much could well be AI. Absolutely. Like, some of these shots look weird, for sure. If it does turn out to be AI, will I be surprised? Honestly, no. It was revealed that someone from Gojuju, one of the people working on Gojuju, used AI to make like the monster or one of the monsters or whatever. And I don't know. People were saying that he got kicked off the team, like that person got kicked off the team, or they didn't get kicked off the team and they voluntarily left because of their action. I don't know. I don't know. But the point is, Gojuju apparently used AI. Like, that's just, Gojuju used AI. A lot of people on Twitter are already, saying like they're not going to watch Zeztz because of this promo. Literally just because of this promo. This promo that it says nothing about the show itself, nothing about the story, nothing about anything. And this is just that. This is just a promo. We don't know if AI is going to be used in the show. Now, will it be used in the show? There's a high chance. There's a good chance that AI is used in the show. And apparently, according to other sources, apparently recent shows have been using AI to some extent, like color correcting and things like that. Apparently Gachar, Gabu, like the recent shows have been using it apparently. And apparently, according to Hoyaho Japan Facebook page, Toei did purchase stock/ownership in a leading AI company back in 2024. And the focus is to use it for storyboarding, color correcting, adjusting line work, background scene generation. So your favorite shows might be already using AI. I'm just saying, all right? Just so, like, this is being used in a lot of IPs and things like that. So should you drop these other shows as well? That is up for you to decide, and you alone. But, don't be blaming the wrong people for this. Like, why are some of y'all blaming the writer of the show? The writer, not writer. Writer of the show, even though, first of all, the writer is not even like confirmed yet. Like, it's just rumored that it's going to be the writer who did 01 and X8 and Geats, I believe. So we don't even know if it's the same dude, first of all. Also, like, the writer has nothing to do with whether or not a show uses AI. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? I personally believe that we should just chill. Like, we just gotta chill. We are not 100% sure if AI is being used in this Zeztz promo, so I don't think, like, we can't just watch this, how many seconds was this? Not that long of a clip. 30-second clip, right? That doesn't really show a whole lot, just a bunch of cool, you know, kind of poses and images and whatever. Just watch this and then just totally like, oh, I'm not gonna watch Kamen Rider. I mean, if you don't want to watch Kamen Rider, that's fine. It's just like, also maybe just maybe you might want to just like chill and wait a little bit longer. Like, let's kind of just see what happens. Let's see an actual preview, right? And an actual promo, or maybe even when the show starts, like watch the first episode and see how it goes. How you know, just take it easy, y'all. And that's what I mean by jumping the gun, y'all. Like, a lot of people are jumping the gun. A lot of people are making assumptions. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, I am not an expert in AI. I am not claiming to be an expert. But I also know that this fandom tends to assume a lot of things very, very fast and want to just jump on something really, really quickly before getting the full details. So, let's just wait. I think that's the lesson for today's video. Just wait, y'all. Just chill, all right? As more information comes out, you know, we'll be here. We'll check it out. We'll see what happens, and we'll do videos. So make sure to subscribe. Follow us on our social media below. We also have a Discord. So make sure to flex toys, collectibles, all that good stuff. And we will see you all next time.